Hello everyone, my name is Ross the Alcheminiaturist, and today, just over a year and 3 months later, I am doing another week-ish paint. How much can I paint in that time? And this time I'm not doing Chaos Space Marines, no, I'm doing Skaven. If you take a look, I have a bit of Skaven. Hilariously enough, this is probably about half of what I have, and in about 13 days from now, I have campaign to get into. Now, when I say 13 days from now, I don't mean 13 days from when you see this. I mean today is the 18th of February, and on the 3rd of March, the campaign kicks into gear. And so I have about 4,720 points of Skaven in 13 days. Let's see if I can do this. Let's jump into day 1, shall we? I want to start off this entire challenge by getting the worst things out of the way first. The giant blobs of both clan rats and storm vermin. So I loaded up my wet palette with Parasite Brown by Vallejo for the clan rats and Clawlord, and Beastly Brown for my storm vermin. I knew that these 2 unit types would be the biggest slog of the entire challenge. 90 models that are fundamentally the same, all done in assembly line style, one paint color at a time. Yes, it was going to be hard. Yes, I was going to be tired. But also, yes, I would be happy at the end. Well, that's day 1 done, and the reason why day 1 is done is because my camera's out of storage, so I can't really do anything when it's that's better, isn't it? That's that right there. Okay, so yeah, day 1 has to be done. I got 2 hours done, which got this, my 40 clan rats, all skin and fur done, Clawlord, skin and fur, and 5 storm vermin. That's going to be the end of day 1, and day 2, tomorrow, is going to start a little bit later than I wanted it normally to. I want this to like start at 8 p.m. so I have like 4 hours a day. I only have 13 days at most. There's a potential that I only have 12 because I'm supposed to on the 1st go with a friend of mine down to Calgary to do a Warhammer Underworlds tournament, and I don't know if we're leaving the day before or the day of. Doors open at 8, registration 8:30, 9 o'clock first set, and it's like a 3-hour drive, so potentially we're going to be going on Friday, which means I don't get Friday to be able to play or paint, which means that maybe I might be able to squeak it on the 2nd. But yeah, so I will see you all tomorrow, which will be like right after I press this button for you, but for me, I've got to wait some hours. So bye, see you then. Hey everyone, I probably should actually have my weird lavalier mic. I just forget about doing it, so sorry. Today is day 2, February 20th. I think I got yesterday's day wrong. Yesterday, Tuesday, the 19th. So the game plan today that I forgot to bring home the page that I wrote while at work is we're going to finish Storm Vermin Fur and Skin, and then we're going to hit Clan Rats and hopefully back into the Storm Vermin for their armor and their clothes and whatnot. We're going to try to knock these 90 models out as fast as we possibly can. I want to get them done hopefully by tomorrow, because I have 13 days, and spending anything more than like 3-4 days on the chaff is not good. I have a lot of big models that will need a lot of time and care and attention. So without further ado, it's been about a minute of me talking. We're going to just get right into day 2. Like I had said, day 2 was the basically beginning of doing up all of the storm vermin's skin and fur. I have never actually had storm vermin before this video, as I almost always only used clan rats for their low points cost to fill out my army lists. But I got them all in an army trade, so here I am, painting them up. On to the clothing of the clan rats, because I only have about 2 to 4 hours each night for this challenge due to work and life coming first. I wanted to take a few quicker steps to get some of the parts of these models done. One of these was using Terradon Turquoise contrast paint for the clan rats' clothing. Usually, my clan rats have slightly different clothing per unit to denote which unit they're from. I like the thought that, while they are expendable, they are pushed into a specific unit or group, and that their clothing, while similar, is still distinctive enough to tell them each apart. Okay, well that was like 2 hours or so, and I don't know. I'm trying a new program where my phone is connected to my computer, and I don't know if I like it or not. I'm gonna have to play around with that tomorrow before I do some recording. But we got all the clan rats clothes done. We got all of the storm vermin fur done. I keep looking at myself. Not there. Sorry. Yeah, I'm really tired. I have to go do my Duolingo. And that is hour 4. 4 hours done. 2 days done. I'm a little bit behind, but I guess it's going to be what it's going to be. Yeah, I'm sorry if you can hear some background noise. My studio is in the basement, as you probably already guessed. But, you know what? It doesn't really matter. Anyways, I will see you tomorrow, which is going to be some hours for me and, like, just a little bit for you. Bye! Hi everybody, it's me again. You just saw me. I don't know why I'm saying it's me again. That's so weird, isn't it? I have yet to actually take a look and review the files and see if you can hear me, or do I have to put like, you know what, whatever. I'll figure it out after this, whatever. Anyway, today is day 3. It is Wednesday, February 21st, and yeah, I'm not going to really take up too much time because it is back on the grindstone, back doing more storm vermin now, and I think I have a good idea. Yesterday I tried a program, IV Cam or something like that, that I have, and so that my phone wouldn't be recording forever and I could only do like 2 hours. But I forgot that I have a second phone that I can use instead as a backup camera when that phone, because I record on my phone, when that phone is like out of data, I can just like plug it in and rip all the data onto my computer and use this one, and it should be good, right? Anyway, into the painting. Wow, okay, yeah, so the problem with recording with your phone is that you need to make sure that your lenses are clean. Today, as you can tell, I did not check. Usually I do, and I'm sorry for the smoky look that is going on right now. The storm vermin's clothing were another contrast paint. This model, I tried to use Nazdreg Flame contrast. I wanted the storm vermin to be a stark difference in color scheme than the clan rats, but I didn't like the way it looked in the end, so I decided to change it to black Templar contrast instead. They went from, hey, look at me, to, it's not a phase, brood mom, God. Looking at them now that the entire film is done, I like the more rugged and tough look that they have because of the black that is all over their entire model. Well, I didn't plug in my second phone like I said I was going to, so I maxed out the stats. I maxed out the storage in my phone again, this one. So we're gonna have to call it tonight. We got Storm Vermin clothes done, thank goodness for contrast, and we've got all of Storm Vermin wood done, which means that we just have like metal to do, and then shading, and then some highlighting for Storm Vermin. Tomorrow we're going to do all of Clan Rat's wood parts, and then onto metal for Clan Rats and Storm Vermin, and then into Friday, which should be, that should be good. It should be good. I'm on a good pace, I think. I'm on a good pace. Friday is going to be what I'm going to call a monster mash, because next Friday I don't have the ability to do anything, because that's the night that we're going. So I'm losing Friday monster mash, and then it'll be the hard crunch at the end. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be good. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye. Hi everybody. It's me again. Day 4, I think. Thursday? I don't know. It's Thursday, 4th day. Yeah, because I started this on Monday. How do I not know this? Anyway, so today, I was going to say today is a very special day. We're going to be finishing Storm Fiends and Clan Rats. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to aim to finish all of the Storm Fiends and all of the Clan Rats. Now, I don't remember if I had said before, but my Storm Vermin, not Fiends, my Storm Vermin and Clan Rats actually total to about 90 models. So while it may not seem like a lot, and it's kind of weird that it's taking me so long, that's 90 models. I'm doing 90 models at once, just trying to like meat grinder them out. Yeah, but anyways, I think I've talked a little bit too much. I'm trying to keep these intros for a day like at about a minute, so that you can just like get to the meat and I can just talk over what I'm doing. So yeah, we're gonna get there right now. Day 4 and back at it again in the Alchemini's studio, and we're doing wood and wood accessories. That's right, folks. All of the Clan Rats and Storm Vermin wood is being done before your very eyes. I have this tendency to use Citadel's Beastly Brown for all of the wood that I use, as, to me, it's the most woody, wood-looking brown. Walnut. The wood color that I'm thinking of right now is walnut. It is, in my opinion, the nicest looking of all the woods there are out there. With all the wood done, and still time left on my phone and energy in my body, it was time to get on to all of this metal. And damn do Skaven use a lot of metal. Metal weapons, parts to shields, helmet pieces, loincloth looking things, bracers, and even some chainmail. I really like having my Skaven have their models look more shiny and taken care of more than someone would think that they would be. They may be innumerable and expendable, but they can at least keep some of their metals clean so they work just a little better every so often. It's 1 a.m. And I didn't finish these 90. So I guess that means that I'm going to have to finish them before tomorrow's, well, I was going to call it Monster Mash. I'm going to do a really long session, hopefully get all of the Storm Fiends done. There are 6 of them. It's going to be a long slog, but there's no work on Saturday, so I can just go. I don't have to wake up early or anything like that. So that's good, right? I can, oh my god, look at how tired I am. Okay, I'm just gonna go. I will see you all later. Toodles.
Alright, well, it is Friday, which is day 5, I think? I don't know, I should have taken a look at my notes. I didn't take a look at my notes, which is weird. But, I'm gonna try very hard not to have this intro take forever, because, yeah, it's Friday night. I have an energy drink. I have actually a few energy drinks, and we're gonna try to do what I want to call the Monster Mash, which is basically I have 6 Storm Fiends and I want to get them done. However, before I can do that, I have to finish my 90 Clan Rats and Storm Vermin. So we're going to get into that right now. Just a quick wash and probably a little bit of a highlight, and then we're going to call it quits, or I'm going to be spending, 13 days on just these guys. Yeah, we're gonna cut it off there, and I will see you at the end for the wrap-up, I guess.
Like I said, it's washing time. Not just for me, but for the models. The first wash I'm doing is Reikland Fleshshade for the banners. I want them to look like they had skinned someone or something and are using the tanned and probably leathered skin as their banners. As these are for my personal clan, an offshoot of Clan Scryer, they don't particularly want their insignia known to others, which is why I won't be painting it on. It's best for them to let other armies on Gur think that their crimes are attributed to Clan Scryer, and have the retaliations go against them, as is true Skaven fashion. After the banners comes what I have continued to call on this channel the slathering, as I dip my brush in Agrax Earthshade and just slather the models in the shading, making sure each part of the model is covered. I use a cheapo dollar store paintbrush that I don't really care about to do the slathering, as it is the widest brush I have, and honestly it has worked the best for shading all of the models quickly. Since I had more time than I originally budgeted for today, I decided to get started on my Storm Fiends. I have 6 of them to get through, and these bad boys have a lot of both detail and large surfaces to cover. As I wanted the Storm Fiends to look like they were of a different cast and caliber than the Clan Rats and Storm Vermin, I decided to use Vallejo's Terracotta paint on a couple of them. And since some of them, when I got them, were primed white, I just used Reikland Fleshshade on those. The Terracotta is still brown adjacent, but different enough to put them much different than the rest of my Skaven, while the Reikland Fleshshade, like the banners, gives a leathery skin look to my Storm Fiends. Next, for the Storm Fiends' armor, I used a lovely coat of sky blue by Pro Akryl. After the armor, I took Vallejo's purple for their cloth. Storm Fiends, in my opinion, needed much more color in them, and to be a little bit more visually striking than the other 90 models, as they are just much larger and therefore will stand out much more than the sea of Clan Rats and Storm Vermin. Also, purple happens to be my favorite color, and I wanted a reason to be able to have some of my Skaven have some purple, and the Storm Fiend's cloak seemed to be the perfect area in which to have some on there.
It is currently 2 in the morning. I'm tired. So I'm going to end it here. We did finish, 50 Storm Vermin, 40 Clan Rats, finally, and 3 Storm Fiends. So that's not bad. We're kind of on schedule. I don't know. I'm gonna take a look at my notes and see where I need to be, what I need to do tomorrow, today, Saturday. Next time I press the record button. That's the one. That's the one. But yeah, so I'm going to go and crash and get back and if I never paint another clan rat or storm vermin again, it will be too soon. Okay. Goodbye. Hey everybody, it is day 6 today, and I have no lighting on my face apart from the stuff that's here. But that doesn't really matter. So, the plan, because I didn't get done the Storm Fiends yesterday, last night, I'm going to finish those as quickly as I can and start on something new. Probably another 20 models, because I've got a bunch of Night Runners that I want to get done. So let's get done these Storm Fiends and into the Night Runners, and we'll see what's happening. We'll see what's going on. Start to finish to the start of the next one. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Yeah, okay. See ya in a bit. Yeah, like I said, I wanted to keep going with the Storm Fiends, and so I started by basing the cables and tubes in bold titanium white by Akryl to give them a good base for what I was going to go into after that, which was Hexwrathe Flame technical paint. I wanted to give it a nice ethereal warpstone glow while keeping the color vibrant and having it stay both very bright and very bold. Some of the tubes came pre-painted from their original owner, and so they were red in color, which contrasted nicely with the green that the others had. When I was done with the tubes, I quickly painted the brains of the brain Skaven on the backs with Carroburg Crimson shade. And then it was on to more Agrax Earthshade and the slathering on these Storm Fiends as well. Honestly, I have way too much fun shading, and it should almost be criminal at this point. Once the Storm Fiends were done, I busted out my airbrush and started priming up the Burning Head Endless spell, Warp Lightning Vortex Endless spells, Grey Seer on foot, and, well, on Bell, I guess. Not one Hell Pit Abomination proxy, but 2 Hell Pit Abomination proxies, Warp Lightning Cannon number 1 and Warp Lightning Cannon number 2, a Warlock Bombardier, or Bombardier, Skaven Screaming Bell of Doom, my converted Arch Warlock, which is weirdly not on the warhammer.com website anymore, Verminlord Warpseer with added Nighthaunt Spirit House to make it look a little bit more menacing on the battlefield. And finally, on to the bases. I mean, you have to paint the bases anyways, and I had a lot of AK white and black primer left in the airbrush and nowhere prepared to store it, so I figured why not? Why not just get them done? Get 2 birds stoned at once, as Ricky would say. Hey everybody, it is... What time is it? 2:30 in the morning. I started this at 9:30 in the evening, and it's now 2:30 in the morning. That's what? 5 hours? We got the Storm Fiends done. We got everything else that needed to be primed, including the bases, which is nice. That means that tomorrow we can hit the ground running and keep going. I don't really want to keep this, I don't want to keep talking. I'm tired. Very, very tired. And I need to sleep because I need to be up at like 6 in the morning, and it's 2:30, so I get 3.5 hours, maybe even less because I got to clean up. Anyways, see you in a few hours, I guess. Oh, too close. Hi everybody, it's me, day 7. And we made it. We made it halfway through, just over halfway through. That is not enough light on me. Hold on. That better? Haha. And we made it just a little bit over halfway
It is 10 o'clock at night because I had things that needed to get done before I could do this. And we have everything primed and ready to get base coated. All of the bases are ready to go, so that's good, or at least in better shape for when I actually do the bases. I think the bases will be like Saturday night. Saturday night's gonna be heck on earth. But we'll talk about that on Saturday night, because that's not for now. I'm full of energy drink and ready to go for it. So yeah, plan is basing everything. So basing all of the rat-based models with Beastly Brown by Vallejo, and all of the wood-based things with Citadel's, what is it? It's right here. Rhinox Hide, because I always use Rhinox Hide when it comes to the wood. So it's just one of those tradition things that, yeah, it just happens. All of the staffs from the 90 models, the Storm Vermin and the Clan Rats, that's all Rhinox Hide. But yeah, so we're gonna get that done. We're gonna try to smash out as much as we possibly can. So without any further ado, we're gonna just get into it. Well, it looks like I'm back doing Rhinox Hide for wood and Parasite Brown for Hell Pit flesh. So I just wanted to take a couple moments and let this run while I say thank you. Thank you for bearing with me while I went MIA on this channel for, well, about 110-ish days. While doing the recording for this video, I was staying up until 1 to 3 in the morning, recording and then transferring the files from my phones to my computer, and then getting up at about 5 in the morning to go to work. It took a lot out of me, and I suffered a massive burnout. Actually, I suffered 2 massive burnouts between the recording of this video and you now watching it. Honestly, the last burnout happened when the Skaven Tide box was showcased, and I know that I was needing a few moments as I didn't even watch the trailer. I tried to focus on VTubing a bit and just trying to keep myself busy and not dwelling on what I was supposed to be doing for this channel, but I ended up mostly painting while streaming. But now I'm back, and I'm better than ever, and I'm ready to do more for this channel. More for me, and mostly more for you. I love both doing this much longer video and doing the shorter, more random videos that I was doing before. So I'm gonna do both when I can and try to give you the best of me on video that I can. I have a lot of things planned and up my sleeves even when I'm wearing t-shirts. If there's anything specific that you want to see or hear about from me, let me know. I'm always curious to see what you think and what you'd like to see on this channel. Anyway, let's go to the Day 7 recap. Well, it's midnight, and I would normally go longer, but I did not sleep well last night. I slept from like 3 till, I don't know, 7 or something like that, and I just feel like crap. So, and I have work in, well, about 7.5 hours, and it's about an hour commute, so I have approximately 6 hours if I go to bed right now to get sleep. So in just a second, I'm going to flip everything over and we're going to take a look at what we did for a week 1 recap. Though I want to say that you probably noticed I broke the, what is it, airbrush parts, needle, the needle. I broke the needle. You see, you can tell how tired I am, right? Like, I should know what a needle is. I poked myself with it enough times in the course that I've had it. So now I've got to order some, but I can't order any right now, and it's almost too late to really order it for this challenge, so I'll order it, I don't know, soon. But it makes no difference really, because I've kind of painted, brushed everything that I was going to. Hey everybody,
Day 8, start now. So the plan, I'm trying to keep these, I think I say this every time. For you guys, it's literally like, I say it, I do it, next day, I say the same thing, I do it, next day. All within like 5-6 minutes. For me, it's like 24 hours or so between, so I'm always like, hey, so just to recap, it's day 8, you know what we're gonna do. And I say the same thing over and over again. So I'm gonna try not to. Today, metal. We're gonna try to get all of the metal done on the Screaming Bell, the bell for the Grey Seer on foot, the 2 Warp Lightning Cannons, and then we're gonna see what we're gonna do. Today being Monday, and I have an early morning for Tuesday and a very late night for Tuesday. We're not going to be able to get the same amount of time in, so we're going to try to ram as much as we possibly can into the time I have today, as well as set up everything for tomorrow so that I can just home run it and have the couple of hours that I do. Okay, intro done. Let's get to it.
Well, well, well. If it isn't good old Leadbeltcher metal, again. I've not attempted trying non-metallic metal yet, and even though I wanted to, I decided that for this challenge, it was not the right time to attempt it. One of these days I'll be trying it, maybe on the 3 Keeper of Secrets that I have to do. Actually, you know what? That sounds great. Why not? I mean, I have 3 of them, and each of them have at least 1 weapon on them that would benefit from non-metallic metal. Once the metal was done, I changed over to painting the cloth of both of my proxy Hell Pit Abominations, using Scale 75's Aldebaran Red. I know I pronounced that wrong, but I just wanted to make sure that their color would pop. These 2 proxies are actually the Vermigor models from Archvillain Games' Affliction Pestilence bundle over on myminifactory.com. Once that was done, I let them dry and started on the cloth of the Grey Seer using Vallejo's Mutation Green to give his clothing a deeper green than what I was using for the Warpstone.
2 a.m. It is now Tuesday. It's 2 a.m. I got done all of the metal in Leadbeltcher, and even decided to start working on Hell Pit Abomination proxy number 1 and my Grey Seer. So yeah, we're in pretty good spot for the end of day 8, and we're gonna have to see where day 9 takes us. But I think what we're gonna do is try to slam out the rest of the cannons and the Screaming Bell and see if I can't get at least this Hell Pit Abomination done as well. And then we're going to be sitting oh so pretty. It's not even going to be funny. But I'm going to go to bed, and I will see you in, like, for you now? Good evening. It is day 9, which was actually a really cool commenter for StarCraft? StarCraft? Was it StarCraft? Yeah, I think he did that. Him and I don't remember his brother. They were both. That doesn't matter. They're both shoutcasters for StarCraft back in the day. Anyways, day 9, we are going to finish War Machines today, and then get on to doing the rest of the things that we have painted up. The proxy Hell Pit Abomination and Grey Seer on Screaming Bell, and Vermin Lord Warp Seer 2.0, because I've got one already, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, so we're going to get that done. We're going to get into it, and I'll see you in the end of today.
Kicking off day 9 with a bang, or at least a green. I slapped Citadel's Moot Green on both Warp Lightning Cannons, as well as the Warpstone parts on the Screaming Bell. It is such a vibrant green that I thought it would be eye-catching and stand out against the wood and metal colors that are much more muted in comparison to this. I mean, Warpstone is striking and therefore should be treated as such. If you've ever played Vermintide 2, you know what I'm talking about. The Skittergate area. The Skittergate is located in a Skaven city under the Imperial city of Helmgart, and is a labyrinth of cobbled together wooden structures and warpstone inventions. Next up were the cables for the warp lightning cannons. They themselves were pretty easy and quick to do, as all I did was paint them with Vellejo's sand yellow. I wanted to not distract from the striking green of the warpstone, and as such I left them to be muted in contrast. After that, I took Hexwrathe Flame again and went over all of the Moot Green very quickly to give the recessed areas some more deeper color that would help with the overall tone of the warpstone. I then busted out my dry brush that I totally didn't get from a gigantic makeup brush kit, and dry brushed all of the wood with Parasite Brown. I would also like to note that I understand that I got some Leadbeltcher paint on some of the wood areas, and so I touched them up before going to this stage. I dry brushed pretty fast, and look here, and so I had to go over the metal parts afterwards with a smaller brush, and give some areas a quick and nice new coat. Moving on to the Screaming Bell's arch. I painted it with Vallejo's Terracotta, as I had seen that in the official artwork, this part was painted to look like grey stone, but I wanted to keep as much of the overall dull feel to these machines as I could, and honestly, to me, it really tied the model together more than the official one does, as there are less areas to catch the eye, which makes the warpstone look that much more effective and captivating. I then washed the bell with Scale 75's Soilworks Oilwash to give it a rusty, dirty look to it, as I highly doubt the Skaven really had time to sit and polish the bells after every time they take out one of these things to wage war on the pesky surface dwellers if they're already paying attention to their weapons. And finally tonight, I went back to the arch and painted all of the rune markings on it with bold titanium white so that it really stood out. Hi. Back at the end of the day, and I guess I didn't get to on foot. We only finished the warp lightning cannons and the screaming bell, but they're done. So 3 more things done. We're looking real good. We've got just a quick look over. I actually think we might make it. I might make it. Last time I did this, I didn't make it. Like, you remember that if you saw it, I didn't actually get to the end. I gave myself like a week and tried to work on it as much as I possibly could, and I had to cut so many corners, and I still didn't make it to where I wanted them to be. Like, I look at that army, I look at the Chaos Space Marines, and I go, there's so much that I need to do to this army, but the Skaven, I don't know, maybe it's because I have already like 5,000 points of Skaven and I know what I'm doing, or something. You know, hold on. Did I make this better? Make this worse? Ho. Wait, hold on. If I do this, oh god, that's too much. Like, maybe it's because I have like 5,000. I zoomed out. I pulled the camera out and then I just leaned in. Like, I didn't do myself any favors. Like, way to go. Way to go. I keep trying to say this. Maybe it's because I have already 5,000 points of Skaven that I know what I'm doing. I know the colors that I need to do. I know exactly what needs to be what and what's going to go good with what and how it's going to look. And I keep looking at the things that I've done, and we hit 100 models. 100 models out of 145 models total is great. Not really good for day 9 because we've got 4 days left, and my airbrush is screwed. So, like, most of the stuff is going to be fine. It's going to be this.
this is going to be my biggest thing. My incarnate version. And I don't even remember where I got the 3D print from, but I'm sure if you look it up, it's sold, as well as like my Flaming Skull endless spell, which this will be easy, right? Like you dry brush this white, and then you wash it, and then you dry brush this white, and then you slap a bunch of green on it, like a bunch of Moot Green, and then you dry brush it white again. And I mean, you could even go deeper green. I'm getting into too much. So that's the end of day 9. Like I said, Friday, I guess I don't have as much time as I thought I did. I talked to my buddy today, the one that we're going down to Calgary for our Underworlds tournament on Saturday, but we're going at about 1 o'clock on Friday, and I thought we were leaving at like 5. So I was like, oh yeah, I've got like a full 8 hours of work. I might not be able to record it all. I might have to leapfrog it between both of my phones. But that's not going to happen now. That's a thing that's not going to happen. So we got like the morning, and I'm going to make sure I'm all packed the night before. Like on Thursday night, I'm going to make sure I'm all packed and I'm Gucci. And then, yeah, but tomorrow is a heavy day at work. Today was also a heavy day at work. Lots of stuff happened. But this is going on to 4 minutes, and I'm trying to keep this because, like, as you can probably tell down below, there's like an hour of this or so. I'm guessing, because this is recorded before I edited it. And I've done 4 minutes and 5 seconds of this ending. So, I'm going to end it, and I will see you tomorrow, Wednesday, for day 10. Bye! Hey everybody, it is Thursday, February 29th. It's the 29th, right? Yeah, it's the 29th. I don't even know what date, like, I don't deal in dates, which is kind of stupid. It's the 29th. I have finished packing for tomorrow so that we can go to this tournament. And I'm thinking of doing a vlog. I'm not going to promise anything, but that's kind of like my thought. I think I'm going to do a vlog. But my parts came in for my airbrush, so I should be able to do some airbrushing. We're going to start with airbrushing. We're going to see what we can do, and then we're going to jump into painting. I've only got a couple more days left, and like I said yesterday, I've got to kind of do painting in the morning before Buddy gets here for us to go down to Calgary. So without further ado, we're gonna get in. We're gonna get into it. Yeah. A happy day was today. My airbrush replacement parts came in today, and so I was able to quickly reassemble the airbrush and get cracking on the Endless Spells part. Thankfully, I had primed everything up before my airbrush got broken, so I was able to just start it up and start basing the Skaven-styled Flaming Skull print from Strata Miniatures. Well, Strata sells it, but it's originally from Battle Bits. Again, I used Moot Green for all of the warp energy. You know what? I'm just going to go through my entire process right now, as past me in the middle of the night had no sense of do A, then B, then C, etc., etc. I was all over the place. All of the warp energy on the Flaming Skull, Warp Lightning Vortexes, and Skaven-styled Kronspite Incarnate of Gur were airbrushed with Moot Green. All of the Skaven fur on such models as the Incarnate, Deathmaster, Acolytes, Master Molder, Arch Warlock, and 2 Bombardiers, and Vermintide Endless Spell were airbrushed in Beastly Brown. All of the bases were slapped with Vallejo's Wet Mud Diorama paste, and then when that was done, I dry brushed all of the Moot Green areas with Bold Titanium White, and then finally had Hexwrathe Flame put through the airbrush to really seal in the deal, like I've done on the other Warpstone parts so far in this challenge. I think this part doesn't need full commentary, so let's just watch the magic happen. Well, that's today done. We kind of just got all of the endless spells. I'm not watching VTubers. You can't prove it. Yeah, we got basically 5 models done, but we base coated like almost the rest of them. So I call it a win. Tomorrow is probably going to be a real quick wham bam slam. We're going to try to get through almost everything because I only have a couple hours tomorrow before we have to hit the road. He said he's going to be here about 1 o'clock, and I kind of want to sleep in a little bit. So I guess we're going to find out what happens. I might be able to squeak out 3, if not 4 hours if I'm very lucky. But yeah, so I guess that's it for today, Thursday. Bye. Okay. Hi everybody. It is... What time is it? Where's my... It is 9 o'clock in the morning on Friday, March 1st. Yeah, March 1st. And so I've got a couple hours. My buddy has texted me saying that he will be here around 1, like we originally thought. So I have just a couple hours to get some stuff done as the heater goes off. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can. So I'm not going to really say too much. We're going to slam into it. We've got a lot to do still. I've got a lot to do. We've got a lot to do. I don't know. Let me know. Do you like when I say we because you're coming on this journey with me? Do you like when I say I because it's me doing these kinds of things? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, we're going to get to it. We're going to get into it. We're going to get stuck to it. So let's do this.
Well, I started by painting all of the Vermintide rocks with Army Painter's Barren Yellow. And while Barren Yellow was drying, I started on all of the base's skeletons with more bold titanium white. And by all, I basically just mean Vermintide and Verminlord bases. Then, since I still had the white out, I kept using it on all of the bone sections on both of the Hell Pit abominations. Right after, with the abominations right there, I painted their flesh first with Beastly Brown, and then I used Parasite Brown to create highlights on more of the raised muscle areas. Finally, I used Coal Black on the tail sections of all of the models, as I wanted all of them to be, quote, black tails, unquote, as the leader of this section of my Skaven is the only white-tailed Skaven. Next, I used Vallejo's Mutation Green for the cloak of the Arch Warlock. Using the same colors that I had used before for both the metal and wood sections, I've already gone over this, so I won't do it again here. The cable was painted with Vallejo's Bloody Red, and then the small grenades were Moot Green. I then started on the Acolytes, Bombardiers, Rattling Guns, and converted Arch Warlock's metal. Afterwards, I washed the non-converted Arch Warlock with Nuln Oil, and that was that.
Well, I just got the text message saying, hey, I'm 5 minutes out, and I need to go get all my stuff. So, I'm going to leave, and I will see you guys Saturday night and do like a brief recap of what happened at the tournament, and continue on, because we have kind of like 2 days-ish to go, and not enough time. I don't think I have enough time, but we'll see you all later. Well, hello. It is Saturday, the 2nd, at like 11 o'clock at night. Can you look at this? Look at this. Can you see that? Can you see these bags? I got in not that long ago from coming back from Calgary, coming back from the tournament and whatnot. I started filming a vlog. I didn't finish it because it didn't feel right. I felt kind of awkward. I don't know. What I might do is just record final thoughts here and just kind of like this and discuss it. But I didn't get my ticket for Warhammer Underworlds to go to Worlds, but that was only ticket 1 of like 6 that I think we're getting here in Alberta this year. So I have some more shots, but I kind of forgot how much work I left for myself. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know if I can finish it. I'm gonna try real hard, but this is the last day. So yeah, we're gonna do as much as we possibly can today. And then I guess some closing thoughts, I think, is what we're gonna do. Yeah, I think that's what. And I'm just gonna have to like take the L, I guess. And it is what it is, you know? It is what it is. I tried, and it didn't work. And I guess I'll have to, like, kind of think about what happened and what... You know what? Let's just go into it, and I'll do it afterwards. All right. Bye.
Since today is basically a let's get as much as we can done in the time we have and use all of the same paints that we have before, I'm going to skip all of that and just do a recap of my tournament experiences at Rumble in the Rockies. I went there with, honestly, no expectations apart from to just get some more experience than what was just at my local game store, and honestly, I was not disappointed. Everyone there was both nice and kind, as well as highly skilled. I took the warband, the Gore Chosen of Drom, and paired it with the Tooth and Claw Rivals deck to give them some more lethality, as well as make each model in the warband just that much more of a threat for the opponents of mine to take into consideration, as normally the thought process is to focus down the big model known as the Gore Hulk, as he is a big target and worth the most in terms of points. There was another player there who had also taken the Gore Chosen of Drom, but who had chosen to pair it with Void Cursed Thralls, and they did phenomenally well. I actually think he scored second place. The tournament was set for 4 rounds of play, with 2 hours on the clock for each round to get in a max of 3 games if needed. And it really set the tone for me, as I've only played Underworlds casually with the time of, just take the time you need. While it was good to have the time limit, and while I've played tournaments for Age of Sigmar with time limits before, this setting with the limit on it really made me have to make plays and adjustments on the fly. I'm not used to that, and so on the ride back home, I analyzed what I could have done well. I'm not used to that, and so on the ride back home, I analyzed what I had done well and what I had chosen poorly. I really only focused these while doing my analysis with my friend, and really what I could have done differently in regards to movement, placing of boards, and other player-controlled actions, as dice rolls and card draws are all random and we cannot change those. The other thing that the tournament did to me was it gave me the tournament itch. If there was a bug going round that infected people with the need to play in more tournaments, I definitely got bit. On the ride home, I was already fiending for the next tournament, and even now, while writing and reading this, I'm waiting, impatiently, for the next tournament that will be at Gamescom on June 15th. It is just under 2 weeks away, and I have my deck ready, tuned up to 11, and I'm waiting. I'm playing as many games against friends as I can to make sure I'm in top form for this tournament, and it will be, for me, most likely the last time for me to be able to secure a ticket to go to Worlds in Atlanta, Georgia at the tail end of November. Gamescom has 2 tickets, for first and second place, and quite a few people are coming to try to win them as well. I do have to say, however, I am a little sad that I'm only able to play in the Underworlds tournament, as the folks over at Play on Tabletop are coming down and teaming up with Trident Wargaming and Red Claw Gaming to host a 2-day-long, gigantic narrative 40k tournament. However, choices have been made and the qualifier comes first. Everything else second. Just for y'all, I'll let you know that what I'm taking for the qualifier. I'm actually not taking Gore Chosen of Drom to this tournament, although writing about them here makes me miss playing them, as I had played them exclusively for about 6 months straight before taking up a new warband. No, the warband I'm taking this time is Sirenized Razors, the newer of the 2 Idoneth Deepkin warbands. You know, the one with the cool squid, not the one with the cooler crab that nearly won Games Workshop's Model of the Year back in 2021, only losing out to Be'lakor. With Sirenized Razors, I'm adding in Voidcurse Thrall's rival deck to give myself more movement tech and ways to manipulate the flow of battle just that much more. You want to get your models out of shooting range of Sirenai? Awesome. Now someone else has been moved to come within spitting distance of you. I also have a close friend who made me some amazingly gorgeous custom dice that I usually use during casual play, but they will not be seeing the light of day for the tournament as I only use official dice, so I'm not casting any doubt on the balance or lack thereof of my custom dice. I've posted them on my Instagram as well as Twitter if you want to take a look. Honestly, I'm in love with how gorgeous and well done they are, but I just can't bring myself to use them. Well, it looks like we're coming up on the end of the last set of painting, so I'm going to hand back the microphone to Past Painting Me for my own closing statement and sentiments on this whole channel and its fun. Past Ross, back to you.
Well, it's 2:30 in the morning on Sunday, what is this, 3rd? Oh, you're not straight. And I didn't get it all done. I was worried about this, to be perfectly honest with you. I thought it was going to be touch and go. I honestly thought that, like, hey, I might just be able to squeak by, but 145, 150 models is a lot. And if you think about it, 13-ish days, and I got average 3 hours, that's, I don't know, 39 hours divided by 114 or 144. That's mere moments each. That's not enough time. Like, and I tried. I really, really, really tried. And, I mean, you could call this done. You'd be like, oh yeah, Ross, you know, you actually got those 4 done. But still, that's 22, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 30 models to go. I think, something like that. Maybe I was wrong. Well, I think I know what I'm gonna do next, and that's just slowly paint the rest. But tomorrow morning we get our campaign pack, we get our missions, we get who we're gonna fight. So I guess the good news is that they actually decided to postpone the Buddy and Mai's game until like the end of the campaign. And I found that out, well, I found that out just before I hit record for this part, actually, because I got a DM being like, oh, by the way, you don't have to worry so terribly much anymore, because you're not going to do that big battle 10,000-ish points aside until, like, June? March, April. Yeah, until about June. So yay. So I'm gonna flip this over right now And I'm going to show you what is left, I guess. So here it is. A classic Screaming Bell. Grey Seer. 20 Gutter Runners? Night Runners? The 4 Acolytes. 2 other Grey Seers. A Deathmaster. Master Molder. Another Master Molder. Rattling Team. Claw Lord. 2 Hell Pit Abominations. And this fine beauty right here. That is coming along quite well, but not where I want it to be. Ugh, button I wanted to press. This is what I did get done, though. Like, I got done a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I did. But it's not what I wanted it to be. So, congratulations, me. Also, I'm sorry, me, but I guess that's the way the cookie crumbles. So I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna go to sleep, and I'm gonna pretend like I got everything done. Can you tell that, like, I'm in a basement, an unfinished one? Whatever. It is what it is, right? Like, we have our own setups, and this is mine. So, with terrible lighting when I'm not sitting down. Alright, I will see you all later. Don't forget, if you are new, to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let me know if you want me to paint all of this on, like, on a sneaky Twitch or YouTube stream. Let me know. I'm definitely down. If you have any suggestions on a next ridiculous challenge type thing, also let me know. Until the next time, bye.